just want to say this. Once you start messing with the wrong people, they're coming for you, man. Very loving hospital greeter who alleged stabbed a string of NYC stranger held without bail. The very loving Brooklyn hospital greeter who alleged snapped and stabbed a string of strangers was held without bail Friday in order to go under a psychic exam. Jermain Rigueur, 27, displayed a blank stare as he was arraigned in Queens Criminal Court on the 19th. Criminal charges included attempted murder, assault, related crime after the cops recovered a 6-inch fixable blade bowie knife and a bloody hoodie in his backpack, according to criminal complaint. Rigueur faces a potential if Rigueur faces a potential 90 years behind bars, he gonna probably get a girlfriend in there, for launching violent attacks on 4 people in Queensboro neighborhood of Springfield Gardens on Jamaica on the 16th and the 17th, authorities said. The suspect, the greeter at Woodhull Hospital in Brooklyn, who was described by a neighbor as a very loving young man who alleged stabbed a 61-year grandfather in the back January. 8 flashes a grin at his victim before fleeing. Does that even make any sense? Are you killing people and you thinking this is a movie? We don't know the motive, but at this rate, right now, what the New Yorkers really need to know is the safety is paramount in this city. Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz said of Rigueur alleged crimes after his arraignment, and we need to make sure that when that safety is violated, the defendants will be held accountable. The alleged serial stabber Jermain Rigueur was held without bail and ordered to undergo a psychological exam, arraigning in Queens on Friday. Rigueur pleaded not guilty. The nerves of him. He was ordered held without bail by Queens Judge Marty Lenz, who mandated that he receive a psychological exam. The suspect was placed on a suicide watch at the request of the lawyer. Rigueur pleaded to the court. Rigueur appeared in court in handcuffs, wearing a white hazmat suit. So you know this little ninja is a psycho. Queens District Attorney Braden Koanis requested that Rigueur held without bail because he's a flight risk because of his potential severe prison sentence he faces and the fact that he doesn't have strong community ties. We have a very strong case, Koanis told the judge. We believe that no amount of cash bail will successfully ensure his return to court. Rigueur lawyer Arthur, somebody represent this guy? Rigueur lawyer Arthur Edwards did not oppose to remand, but he would reserve the right to raise the issue of bail at a later date. We intend to zealously and vigorously defend Jermain against these baseless charges. Really? Edward told reporters after hearing based off preliminary investigation, we believe that people will be unable to sustain these charges to trial. The nerve of this lawyer. We want to put this guy back in the street. Edward said his client comes from a strong immigrant family. I guess a crazy one. And that his parents were both medical professionals who worked in New York for more than 50 years. But that doesn't justify his crime. Edwards admitting the charge against Rigueur are pretty sensational, but insisted he would try the case in the media. The random attack started January 8 when Rigueur allegedly knifed the 61-year-old man in the back as he was walking to the laundromat. Wow. That night, he grinned afterwards. Then Tuesday, Rigueur allegedly attacked Seneca Anderson, 34, who was walking home from her job with a TSA at LaGuardia Then Tuesday, Rigueur allegedly attacked Seneca Anderson, 34, as she was walking home from her job with a TSA at LaGuardia Airport. Anderson noticed a man in a dark hoodie was following her before she felt to a sharp pain in the lower right side of her torso. Oh my goodness, this guy's a psycho. And immediately fell to the ground. According to the criminal complaint, Rigueur fell to the ground with her before getting up and running off to court, documents alleged. You see this guy right here? This guy got a blank stare at him. He looks like a killer. Well, allegedly. Anderson had to undergo surgery and stitches and treat her internal bleeding from the deep laceration she suffered, complaint said. So they really got a case on this guy. And this lawyer is trying to bring him back in the streets. 3 more victims were allegedly stabbed Wednesday morning by a Rigueur. So this guy's on a mission. Patrick Benjamin, 74, was walking with his wife when the knife reached around and sliced him from the stomach, the complaint alleges. Benjamin needed surgery and stitches to treat the wound. Damn, the filing claims. 4 minutes after the attack on Benjamin at 7:21, Amara Kamara was knifed in the back by Rigueur, also needed stitches, the complaint says. The 35 minutes later, Ryan Moore was stabbed by Rigueur. The pair gotten into a verbal fight over a seat on the Q111 bus beforehanded, the complaint said. Rigueur alleged followed Moore off the bus and repeated to try to stab him. Rigueur only managed to land one blow and caused a small puncture to Monroe's back, with the complaint alleges. When Rigueur was arrested later Tuesday, cops found the knife with the bloody hoodie in his backpack, according to complaint. Rigueur is due in court on January 31st. Get this ninja up off the street. Get him up off the street. So this is the area that this guy been getting his little stab on January 8th, the 16th, and the 17th. This is when they arrest him. And this is Mr. Stabby, man. Like, they should just throw the book at this guy right here. Why is this guy even in the streets? And the nerve of the lawyer trying to defend this guy right here. This don't make no sense. Really don't. Get him up off the street. He's out of here. You do the crime, spend the time. Good night.